Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so potential buyers have more information about the seller and the business to help them make a buying decision. Before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of the business. So it is an Amazon FBA business created in August of 2017 in the business niche. The average monthly revenue for the business is $17,547 and makes an average of $2,621 per month in net profit. The assets included in the sale are an Amazon Seller Central account with 28 SKUs, domain with all site content and files, an additional domain with all site content and files, trademark, social media account, which is Facebook, supplier relationships, and just as a disclaimer, inventory is not normally included in the list price, but further details can be provided to active buyers. So for everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 57181 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So that's a brief overview of the business for sale. Let's hear from the seller with me today. So welcome to the show, Daniel. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. How about you?
I'm doing great. And I'm looking forward to learning more about you and your business. So to start us off, can you tell us a little about your background in building and running online businesses?
Yeah, I've been self-employed for most of my life, and I've been in the online marketing space since 2008. Started off with Google AdWords and then done a lot of display advertisement and sold a company before this one. And here we are.
Very nice. By chance, did you know of Empire Flippers when they were AdSense flippers or when they were focused on AdSense sites?
Actually, no. The company that I was running back then was very targeted in a specific niche, and we didn't have much interaction with any other companies except of our main clients. So I didn't know them, no.
Yeah, that makes sense. So going into the business at hand, can you tell me a little bit about why you chose to, the transition into Amazon FBA?
Yeah, so I moved to New York in 2017 and I wanted to do something in the e-commerce space on the side. I decided that I want to do some real estate and that it was my main gig, so to speak, and still wanted to do some stuff on the side online. So Amazon FBA seemed like a low-hanging fruit because everything else was a little bit too much hustle. So I wanted something that is more hands-off, which with this business I was able to achieve. So that's why I chose Amazon FBA.
Very nice. And started it out in 2017. So why are you deciding to sell the business now?
Yeah, so I started the business as a side gig and wanted to try it out. And essentially, I then had a business partner last year, I think, like a year ago, maybe a little bit more. We wanted to grow the business together. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it because I had too much on my plate by myself. So we started growing out the business and creating a lot more products than in the beginning. I think I started out with like 3 products to try it out, and then it ventured out into 12 different products in different packaging forms. So I think 28 SKUs in total now. And the business partner then decided that he actually had too much work on his own with his day job. And so I was back at square one and was running the business by myself. And that's just a little bit, it's not the workload itself, but basically it's the responsibility of actually growing the business, which I think has the potential, but I'm just not doing it. So I want to give it into hands that are actually able to do that.
Yep, got it. And you mentioned that you had some experience coming into this already, that you had applied to Amazon FBA. So what did you learn from building this business that just seemed to work?
Essentially, what I learned in this business, the experience that I didn't have before, is actually building a brand, because I've never built a consumer brand before. It was always packaging, so to speak, marketing materials of the companies that we were marketing before. So just as an example, in the beginning, I had created a brand that was sort of general in the look of it and the feel. And then later on, I got more niche because the brand actually and the products focus on kids. And now the whole look and the whole brand actually incorporates that. And I think throughout time, we did a nice redesign, and that comes to play now, I think.
Okay, Daniel, now I know you said that was something that seemed to work out, learning how to build a brand. Did you try anything with the business, growing it, or from your previous experience that just didn't seem to work with this business?
I think things that are not easily replicatable is I didn't apply Google AdWords to this brand as I would in the past. The products that I was marketing before were high tickets, so it's a very different kind of niche. And in general, I think my previous business was very specialized, as I said, on a very different niche, so it doesn't really apply one.
Got it. And can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do now for this business for maintenance?
Yeah, it's very minimal, to be honest. As I said, we've done some redesign. We've created new products. So we did all the bottle design and everything for those new products and got them into Amazon. And now I check inventory. Inventory is a little bit of a hustle with Amazon at the moment because of their inventory storage limits. So I have to look at that, I would say, like once a week, something like that. And to be honest, the rest is pretty much hands off. So it's really only inventory management at the moment. And that's pretty much it.
Got it. So at this point in the business, if you were to hypothetically keep the business, what are some ways you would try to grow it?
I think there's a lot of low-hanging fruits at the moment. For one, we have new products that now have like 20 or 30 reviews and are like 5-star reviews on average. I mean, it has the 5 stars, which with a nice PPC campaign, maybe an outside marketing campaign, can get ranking pretty easily and pretty nicely. So that's a very low-hanging fruit. And then creating more SKUs out of the current ones. So different packaging sizes, like buying 5 units instead of 1 and things like that. That's also low-hanging fruit. And the other thing would be, which I should have done, but I haven't because I'm very busy at the moment with a different project, is video ads. Video ads seem to work very, very well. And I think are an easy way to actually get cheap traffic that's going to convert very well.
Got it. And with any opportunities, of course, comes risks. So what do you think are the biggest risks with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
What are the biggest risks? Well, I would say, in my mind, Amazon is the biggest risk for any FBA business at the moment. I'm not doing anything illegal. I've not done any manipulation or anything like that. But I've seen over and over again with Amazon difficulties for new paperwork that they ask for, really just being a little bit of a pain in the ass, if I may say so. But I think that it's well worth it for someone that wants to run this business. And I don't think you get a business that is more hands-off, but it always comes with Amazon's issues. One issue, as I said, was definitely the inventory limitations. Because I've now grown the business to have so many more SKUs, one of the reasons why I didn't grow some of the product to sell more is because it was very hard to spread the inventory I was allowed to send in between those products, because I have like 2 or 3 products which sell really nicely and I want to make sure to keep them stocked.
Great. So the risk of that any Amazon seller has to face. Okay. A few housekeeping questions. How much support are you willing to offer buyers?
I think I've mentioned 60 days email support and 3 Skype calls or Zoom calls or what have you. If there's really need for more than that, then I'm able to do that. I'm not here for a quick hit and run and would like to see this brand actually do well in the future.
Okay, great. And would you commit to a non-compete?
Yeah, that's no problem. I'm out of the loop in e-commerce.
Okay. And are you open to something like an earnout?
I'm not open to that because the purchase price is pretty low and I don't think it makes sense. With a higher price, I would be open to that.
Got it. And putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
As I said before, I think really this is a business that has tremendous potential. I think what you get is a lot of things that you get for a cheap price. So you get a lot of products which can be grown in terms of ranking. And if only one of these products starts selling like the other 2 or 3, I think that make the majority of revenue at the moment, then you've basically doubled the revenue. And there is a lot of other products. And then it's not the only products that can be sourced. I have 2 suppliers and both have more product to source from. So there's a lot of room to grow.
Excellent. And final question potentially is there anything you'd like to add that you think I might have missed during the interview?
Well, there is always more opportunity, I think, in terms of getting the same products on Walmart, which I've never done. I have a Shopify store, which is fully built out, looks very nicely, never done anything with it, to be honest. So that's definitely another low-hanging fruit to take advantage of. One of the things that my former business partner and I, as I said, he was running more of the business. That's why I didn't follow through on that later on, was to do package deals, for example, on the website to increase the average cart value. So let's say, for example, choose 3 products from 3 units from any of the products that we have for a certain price, or subscribe and save, or things like that. And all this can be done and integrated into Google Shopping and other things. There's a lot of potential in this business. The brand looks well. And I think for anyone that has experience in Amazon, it's a home run. And for anyone who wants to get started, I think it's a very cheap entry point.
Yeah, it definitely seems like there's a lot of opportunity with this business. All right. Well, I think that's the perfect place to wrap this up. So, Daniel, thank you so much for sharing your story and joining us on today's episode. And yeah, I hope your business is purchased in the near future and by the right buyer.
Thank you very much, Nick.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 57181. And if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.